Players, since long before your sun burned hot in space, and before your race was born, well, except for the Vulcans, I have awaited some players.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to Architects of Fate, Bajor Rising. And tonight we are going to be continuing with our, gonna spill some beans there. Gonna be continuing with episode 40 of the session. This episode's called Echoes of the Dominion. The crew has been trailing a rogue pack-led deep into some mysterious caves. Lieutenant Ezra is going to has made a chilling discovery, but we're just going to learn about it now, that suggests the Cardassians might not be acting of their own free will. And with every step deeper into the caverns, the crew is inching closer to a revelation that could change everything. And are they ready to confront the forces that are lurking within, or are they just going to chicken out like frightened little bunnies? What I'm going to do is introduce our cast in order on the screen, and you're going to tell me if you're going to confront or be chicken little bunnies on this one. So joining us is Ezra, Lieutenant Ezra, Destiny.
I'm Destiny, or Lieutenant Ezra, and I'm going to confront like a bunny.
You're going to confront like a bunny?
Yes, not just any bunny, the bunny from Monty Python.
Okay, that's a good one. Let's start. Let me see. For some reason I put myself out. Jim, you're going to be taking on Lieutenant Lemuel Higby, among others.
Among others, I love.
Anything else?
I think he went mute.
You're kidding me. We've already had a drop. Okay, Steve.
That's usually me who falls off.
I know. This is fun.
Should I be jealous? No, wait, that's the stupid.
That's the wrong. I don't know if you want to be, I don't know if this is a record you want to hold.
No, I want to be here. Darth Sarcastic here, folks. Lieutenant Tallis will be ready to confront, but if need be, he will run away. So, we'll see.
Yep. And then finally, I've got Emma Supercam or Cameron, as I never can pronounce your name right. So you just go right ahead.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Cam. I'm playing Lieutenant Melkor Ra Gorthar. His name is an Easter egg for people who read Tolkien. A couple of Easter eggs, but it's the same person.
How many spoilers have I got to mark off on this one?
And Ra Gorthar is definitely going to confront them in the Ephrosion style. He's not going to take Pa-wraith grief. He's going to give it to him. He's going to dish it out because he's itching for a fight. He's been serving most of his career in Sector 001, protected by his politically astute family, and now he's finally got an assignment he can sink his Ephrosion sharpened teeth into.
Oh, I didn't.
And that's new canon. I just made
okay.
Up. I don't know if Ephrosions sharpen their teeth or not.
They do now.
But they do now.
I'd say the people from the Western continent will do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody keep Frosty looking out for a win, and if Jim can rejoin us. Anyway, so yeah, what we've got is yes, ma'am.
I am frozen. No.
No, you seem to be moving.
You're slowly going, and she dropped. Oh no, you didn't.
So,
now you dropped. Now you didn't.
I'm back.
I like the idea better that we'll all just like stop. You're just gonna freak me out and just gonna stop on me occasionally.
It's the Pa-wraith. They stopped time.
Oh, please don't give me an extra thing to deal with. Well, they got the orb of whatever.
Much like the prophets, they have no understanding of linear time. So the whole adventure happen while we're paused.
Oh God, please.
Oh, poop.
I really hate this. My life sucks. Because I do like all the ideas. They're just, we got a big toy box, and now I'm like a kid. Hey Jim, how you doing?
I'm back for now. I don't know what that was all about.
Oh, well, do you want to tell us about aside from having your first glitch, I think in the entire time we played, Steve was where you were gunning for his job, and so who is Lemuel, and is he gonna confront or run like a frightened bunny sometime?
Oh, Lemuel is going to take one look at this cave, and he is going to charge right into it. This is what he signed up for. Weird glowy lights and spooky caves, disembodied voices. Oh, he was hoping. He hardly dared hope that he would be in a position like this someday.
Okay, so have we settled on him being from Boston?
It just happens. I can't help it.
I like it. No, I just wanted to check because it's always fun when people try. I shouldn't lampshade when people are trying accents or new things. I shouldn't just let my Y chromosome of bullying take over. Okay.
Oh, that is just my voice. That
Oh,
is
okay.
just how I sound.
Really, you just have that sort of okay.
Oh,
All right. I think you as long as you get in the plug for Pepperidge Farm cookies, I'm good.
Pepperidge Farm.
So what we're gonna do is we're back at the camp, and what we've got is we just have Nellis, who shouldn't be there. Oops, there. That's the one I didn't get rid of. What I'm gonna do is have Brator take Orin and the one of the Blug brothers, Frolan, out. And I forgot these are Tellarites, right?
Yeah, the Blugs are
The
Tellarites.
Blugs are Tellarites. And I forgot who Xander was, but that's okay. I'm good. And we've got Ula there if we need her, but Destiny, who did you want to even just have around, or did you just want to send them all back in the shuttle?
If they all want to come back, whoever wants to come back, it's fine. Um,
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. You're the only player character in the scene, and you get to decide who do you want anybody around to complicate things, or do you just want to like have a moment where you go, wait, because you've just kind of puzzled out the ley lines, and
so
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think Azara wants to try a theory where she falls asleep on a ley line to see what happens.
Okay.
Especially since she's telepathic, maybe she'll be able to have some sort of vision or something and connect with them because she had a response to the ley lines before.
Okay, I like that.
So she wants to try fall asleep on a ley line.
All right, what I'm going to do is, I think you're roughly the ranking officer here. So you're going to essentially, I think you're just going to order everybody back.
Okay.
I'll just do Brator, and Brator's a little Ula and Brator are both concerned about you. Well, Brator doesn't know anything about your enhancement. Ula's going to ask you if are you sure about this?
I'm not sure about anything, but I feel like with my telepathic abilities, I should be able to connect to the source of this. It's not going to be pleasant for me, but if I can get past the discomfort, maybe I can figure out what these are leading to.
Okay. What I'm going to do is ask you for even or odd number. I missed it. I heard a chair creak, but I didn't hear you.
Even.
Okay. First die, please. First die will do it. Even. Okay, so this is a positive thing that's happening. When you match, it tends to be positive or go the way you want it to. So Ula's gonna. She's as well as the PSYOP 3000. And she's gonna take a quick scan over it and make sure that it is functioning properly. And also, she's got well, you between you'd worked out a chemical, a drug to help with control, right?
Yeah, I have a machine, a Neurosense 3000.
Right. What she's going to do is give you a shot of Benzonaf, and I'm just going to type that into. Felix is going to type that in. This is BENZNAPH, and it's all in weird caps because I'm a boomer apparently. That's Benzonafa. And well, thanks, Atlas. I really appreciate you giving everybody fate chips. Benzonaf will give you 2 points of personal momentum so that you can spend it in anything that could be conceivably related to the 3000 or any psychic event. Does that make sense? So
Yes.
she's going to do that. She said, okay, that's the best I can do. And they're all going to fuck off now because without their minds around, you're going to be able to tune in a lot better, which is a good excuse for you being on your own. Does that make sense? Does that work?
Yes.
Okay, because it's not like they don't like you. This is something.
I see how you feel.
Whoops, I actually deleted you. You're not in the scene anymore. I like the idea of, yeah, sorry, Cameron. I got you all excited for the blug.
I know. I was all ready to play one of the Blood Brothers. I had my Tellarite nose right there handy from Strange New Playtest.
I know. I'm trying. We will have, as a side...
I'll be back!
Yeah, programming note, we will probably fire up Strange New Playtest at some point in the... the mysterious Dr. Worm is now going to appear next to Ezra. This is going to be the...
ley line.
That'll be the ley line that you see. Your tricorders are all programmed so that they can actually see the ley lines. And if I recall correctly, didn't everybody get like an eyepiece as part of your last set of equipment?
Yeah, we got something.
Yeah. Ezra, you've got like a single eye cover, kind of a smart glasses eye thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they introduced in DS9. So you can have an overlay of the ley line so you don't accidentally walk into one without it unintentionally. This one's the one going off back toward the cave where the crew went, and the crew, it's about I think 3 kilometers away. So if you want to go ahead and lay down,
Okay.
so you're gonna is there anything you're gonna try and think of, or as you approach, let me know as you approach how close you're getting.
So I'm about maybe 15 feet away.
Okay.
I think that was when I started having the headaches last time.
Yep. When you get, let me know. Yeah, you start having just you don't have much of a headache, but you do definitely feel it. It's sort of like a little sinus pressure.
So I'm going to take a couple steps forward, and I'm just going to try to not meditate, but very much clear my mind. Okay. I'm trying to clear as much of my thoughts and just accept the energy that's coming in.
Okay. Steve, can I put you on the spot for what starts coming in? And what you can do is you can think of this as like everybody's going to complete part of a sentence. So you can set a tone or you can literally do anything and kind of leave it, if you want to leave it vague. And then as she gets closer to the thing, everyone will come and kind of build off of that, if that's okay. So you go ahead and set the tone of what she starts experiencing. It could be a flash. As long as it's not a kitten, we're fine.
Well, being that you're Betazoid and you've probably scanned a few minds, I would say that you're aware of a consciousness that's not that you haven't necessarily experienced amongst the people that you've encountered already. And that it's maybe a bigger mind than you're used to. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm going to pause for a second and try to just kind of gauge what I can before taking another step. But eventually I will take another step forward.
Okay. Did you need any revelation while you're taking on board this larger consciousness, like where you're just trying to process it, right?
I think right now I just want to process and get as close to the ley line as I can before I try to fall asleep.
Okay. So do you move a little closer? Jim, what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do, hopefully Jim hasn't frozen. No. Okay.
I'm right here.
I just see you look down and you're very still. It's like alert.
Taking notes.
Taking notes. Oh, good. So one of us has to. Jim, Azara's processing, and the cool part is that Lemuel and her had shared thoughts already, so you actually have a bit of a moment in this. She's processing some stuff, and she's going to feel some more either detail, more intensity, or it could be something completely different. But work with what Steve started us off with, and what would Azara be? God. Yeah, what would she pull up? What kind of does she kind of divine from this?
It's a mind bigger than she's used to, and it's alone. Just feels just, like when you were a little kid and you got lost from your parents in the store, and you turn around and you just have that panic of, I'm alone. This is how it's going to be forever. There's never going to be another person here with me.
Okay. Oh God. Okay. Well, you got that on board. So you're approaching the ley line. Sorry.
Yeah, with that in mind, I'm going to try to connect a little bit with what I'm sensing and just start, trying to push, calming vibes. Trying to connect with it and trying to, somehow telepathically connect. It's okay. I'm here. You're not alone.
Oh, man. Okay. That extra shot of dopamine really did a job, didn't it? Okay. I'm just trying to pull up your character sheets so that I can pick the thing you're worst at.
Oh, lovely.
It's my job. I seem to do it unintentionally. I might as well make it look like part of the plan now. Let me see. Where are we at? Come on, bring it up. Okay. And so are you gonna? All right. So let me see what we're gonna do with you. We figured out that your telepathic powers plus the augmentation and a very quiet room. Let's go with. I'm gonna go with your insight, and command is kind of your talk skill. But you also can connect with medicine because you've got psychology. If I'm not, no, you don't have that. Psychoanalysis. Yeah, that's close enough. But yeah. So you can either use command if you're going to try and do a rapport, or medicine if you're going to try and do something more clinical.
No, don't freeze now.
What? Did the cat drop something on your head again?
No, it froze.
I think it's just going to maybe
So-
cycle in and out, so you don't have to worry too much. Did you do
Um,
okay?
Yeah, it froze, so I don't know what I'm rolling again.
Oh, okay. I apologize. We have a raid. Who's raiding us? Do we even
The
know?
Aventar, it says.
Oh, hey, V, how's it going? Welcome, Raiders. We really appreciate you being here. We're of course knocking down the doors of paving the way for Benjamin Sisko, the Chosen One. That's what we're doing. Lieutenant Azara is about to take a nap on a ley line, and she's meant a consciousness, reaching out from the stars, apparently. But it is definitely not V'ger this time. We're sure that it's not V'ger. So, what I would like you to do is try to use your probably your insight as your main thing, and either command or medicine, depending on how you want to approach this. If you want to approach it as a more of a medical thing, or if you want to approach it more as a diplomatic rapport thing.
I think I'm gonna take the medical response
Okay.
of I'm just trying to do like bedside manner and just be professional in that respect.
Yep.
And I got it.
Okay. So what I need is a difficulty level 2 task from you. You also have the 2 points of personal momentum, which you already know, but I'm going to remind the crew the viewers that I'm a generous DM. I'm a benevolent GM. So if you want to buy extra dice or do anything like that, it's wonderful, but you just need 2 successes on your 2 dice.
I have 2 successes.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
So you do reach out, and you're about what, 5 feet from the ley line?
Hmm?
You haven't walked onto it, as far as I can tell, right?
No, I'm still 5 feet off.
Okay. And
Approximately.
what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wait and see if Cameron's gonna bring us home on this, because I have no idea what he's gonna do. But Cameron, would you want to?
I'm not going to be evil this
Oh,
time.
don't be evil, but I mean, you've all come up with the interesting thing, and so go ahead and build on what you got, because there are no wrong answers except after you make it and I tell you you're wrong, and you can decide if it's verbal, feeling, smell, sound. I don't know, however you want to do it.
You feel like a resistance. It doesn't want to be alone, but it's also seems to feel like it's been alone for so long that it's afraid of not being alone. And so it's almost like it's fractured, like it's faceted. And there's like a part of it that's willing to accept your contact, and there's another part of this consciousness that is sort of like withdrawing and saying, no, you must not reach out. Almost like it's not really a split personality, but there's a resistance to it.
Okay. Oh, that's nasty. And I think that it's going to stay in that kind of coming closer, going away state. That hesitant. Is it sort of the hesitant state of doing that? Okay.
It wants to connect, but it also wants to remain where it's gotten used to. It's like it wants to connect, but it doesn't want change.
Okay, so it sounds like me and a party. Yeah. So what do you want to do next?
I'm going to continue gently, but still try to make that contact, but not forcing myself into their mind, but just still pushing those calming vibes of it's okay, and I'm going to step on the landmine.
Okay.
I
Yep.
almost said landmine. Wow. Ley line.
One person's ley line is another person's landmine. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll have a plot landmine. As your foot hits the ground, I'm gonna. It's not an agency problem. I'm just gonna mess with you. Here we go. Boom.
Oh,
You find yourself somewhere.
whoa.
You can feel this is a totally empty space, and you are in, I don't know, the dumb question for me is, would you guys know about, yeah, you know what a Cardassian space station looks like. You're in a Cardassian space station, and it's completely empty here. And it's one could say it's almost lonely.
I am going to first just look around. I know I'm not dumb enough to think I have like my tricorder or anything like this. I'm aware enough to realize like I'm here but not here.
Mm-hmm.
No, I might check. Do I have a tricorder or anything?
Yeah, you're just as if it was just as if you were standing there. Now you're standing here.
So I'm going to scan my surroundings and see if I can get a read of any life forms.
Okay. You pop open the tricorder, and I believe it or not, I probably have one. And I'm doing my best, man. I gotta get better at buttons. Your tricorder just reads as essentially null. It's not coming back with any nothing. You're kind of aiming it for just a general sweep, and you're not finding anything. It's a null reading.
I'm going to walk around and continue to try to not explore, but explore a little bit. See if I can connect with, because I feel like that being had to have summoned me. That's my Betazoid logic here.
This is for the rest of the team. We're just gonna throw everybody at you.
Cool.
Does that make sense to you guys? It's dealer's choice, Star Trek trivia night, and I'll do my best to accommodate.
You mean any like character from any of the series?
Yep. Sorry, I said that way
okay.
too loud. I'm sorry to anyone's ears. These people will all mean something to Azara. Now, that's her problem to figure this out. So, there you go. That's what she gets for missing the last meeting. But yeah, so you guys could just sing out in the chat, or if you if one of you is seeing people's choices, if you want to put the token in the Skype chat, just paste the graphic in. I can use it. Yeah. So Zara, you're wandering around, and I'll just keep talking to you while they get their act together. But you're scanning, you're seeing things. You can scan yourself. You exist. You did a little diagnostic where you said, well, it must be the universe is wrong. You're fine. But you're starting to feel like, out the window, you do see kind of a swirling, wibbly wobbly thing out there. Yeah, you're gonna have to give us which one, man. Oh yeah. Steve, go ahead and throw a graphic in when you can. Because that way you can decide which Kirk you want to be. Shit. Sorry.
Oh,
Damn it.
That's okay.
It's spoilers for the audience. We can all see our chat, but it's spoilers for because the audience is wrapped, man.
Let me see if I can find a picture. But
how can you not? I mean, they're all behind me. That's why I have this star field, so you don't see the massive Captain Kirk collection I've got. But yeah, you're walking around. You do look at the. You do come through this, and what I'm going to do then is I am going to take this one first. As you walk out, if I'm allowed to actually copy that. There we go. Oh, you don't paste it onto the OBS. That's why I didn't get it right. You see a giant head. Sorry about that.
Face of Ducat.
Oh, that's not Ducat.
No, it's Greg Alimo, though.
No, it is Greg Olimo. Yes, Greg Olimo shows up. But he's from the wounded.
Yes.
He's the first Cardassian we ever saw.
I forget what. Yeah, I forget. He was Gull somebody,
Yeah.
but he wasn't Ducat, and I don't remember.
Well-
so we'll call him Gull Greg.
Gull Greg.
Or I guess Alimo sounds better. Let's call him Gull Alimo.
Okay.
Sounds more Cardassian.
Olimo. All right, I'm just going to do that. You as you turn around, this guy's there, and it's the first person you see. Your tricorder did not give any indication that they exist. The tricorder does not register them as existing. So go ahead and have a minute. Yeah,
So I'm seeing it like in the swirling thing, or
that would be a hoot. That
just
would be a
up here?
hoot, but he just was behind you when you turned around to scan something. He was just there, fully manifested in the flesh.
Okay,
Looks like the actor just showed up next to you.
Would Azara recognize who this
Yeah,
is?
you have to decide who he is to you, and Cameron has to accept that.
Hmm.
Did you meet at a conference? Did you
I'm
read
going
about
to
him?
say,
You have nightmares.
yeah. I'm gonna say she doesn't recognize him,
Well, wait a minute.
or she's so spooked she doesn't click.
Okay. When you do that, I'm going to have you're going to be left to Cameron's mercy. Are you accepting this? Okay, Cameron, you're going to have to come up with why he knows Azara and why she might not even recognize him.
Okay, I got a good. I think I can
He was
look at
named
that.
Gulmaset. Can I use Gulmaset now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Finn. And he was also, I think he was, he was more of a ambassador. I don't think he was in the massacre. Anyway, go ahead. You can talk with her and impart whatever alone together wisdom you want. You will not be speaking as him. You're just a face.
How did you get here?
How did you get here?
I've been here. I've been here many years, if you measure it that way.
I suppose time is an illusion, but in a place like this, how did you get here?
I was battling the Pegasus, and there was a strange energy fluctuation. Somehow I was here instead of on my ship. Or is that but a false memory? I don't know. I'm unsure, but I do sense a connection to you. Perhaps a relative on the Pegasus?
Oh, whoops, sorry about that.
I did have family on the Pegasus. My uncle,
Ah,
a Betazoid, just like me.
you must be connected to some memory of
Oh, my-
his. I've been here so long. It seems almost longer than that time.
What?
No, I can't keep
Oh,
freezing.
are you freezing? Or is Cameron just...
Yeah,
Oh, I
I
thought
keep
Cameron
freezing.
was just haltingly speaking.
No, he's kind of haltingly speaking because he's resisting this as well.
Okay, so he's resisting communications.
He's the Cardassian sort of thing
Gotcha.
facet.
Okay, gotcha.
He's against reaching out to the Federation.
Oh.
I'm a little more trusting, but not really, if that makes sense. I feel like I have an advantage being Betazoid, but I don't know.
Okay.
Can I sense any deception from him yet?
That he's deceiving you about him being lost, or he's trying to pull a fast one?
If he's deceiving me about knowing a relative of mine.
Okay. How about you do a test? How about you give him a test? He's coming back a bit blank. This whole thing's kind of disorienting to you. I mean, he could easily use the name, but you might need something more to have him think more in detail to catch him in a lie. Does that make sense? Yeah, ask him about him, or you know.
I believe it was. I need to think of a Beta Z name.
Oh, I think there's somebody's probably going to help you with that in about a hot second. When in doubt, you can always use Stan, and we will just continue to move forward.
Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave.
You know, just go with that.
Yep.
David. Was
okay.
it? Married. Maybe half Beta Z. What was the other half again?
Cardassian.
I forget. Like,
Oh God.
Cardassian, of course.
Oh, that would be a really perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've just created that part of your family frickin' tree.
Does Starfleet know about that?
There were a lot of liberties taken during that war.
Yeah. Well, this is before the war, because this is her dad. Or no, it was your dad. It was your uncle. Okay.
Uncle.
This is probably before there was a war. Okay. So now we've just
Could be what started the war. Cardassian liberty taking.
What is this place?
It's my station, as you can see.
Oh God.
Where's your crew?
Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you turn, and as we do it, we'll do a camera cut, and another character is going to appear. And it's going to be up to Steve to either carry on the conversation or let it die. And I believe this is Admiral Kirk.
No, actually, it's Captain Kirk.
Oh, it is the captain? Oh, it's the busted ex-Admiral Kirk. Okay.
Yes, ex-Admiral
All right,
Kirk.
everybody gets, the group gets another momentum because I screwed that up. And I do like he shows up with a drink in his hand, if you want to do that.
No. So your Uncle David was with Starfleet, was he?
Yes. Wait. Who are you?
No,
Wait.
I hope
recognize
you.
you. I recognize you from the textbooks. Holy shit. I'm just gonna be like flabbergasted at this point, and like, using, instead of shit, I said a Betazoid cuss word that only translates to a Betazoid cuss word, but roughly to shit.
And so, did he get lost on this mission? Stop and read all the chat.
My uncle was an interesting man. I believe he fell in love with a Cardassian woman. Just like his mother.
I see. But he came back to you. You didn't lose him.
I don't recall what happened to him. It's been so long since I've seen or heard anything from that side of the family. So you responded to the thought patterns in the ley lines? Yes, the ley lines. I remember falling asleep on the ley lines, and then I was here. I don't even think I fell asleep. I think I stepped on it, and boom.
Interesting. Are there more like yourself who can tap into the ley lines like this?
I'm the first to try it. I should probably get back to them, but how?
Well, just walk the path in reverse.
I don't understand. And I'm gonna look at the swirling door thingy.
Okay, I'm gonna work. I'm trying to get whatever the hell I was sent. Why you send me WebP? Oh God, yes, that's who we want. I want that guy.
And didn't Tony Todd die a couple of days ago?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's okay. We killed off James Earl Jones shortly after he died too. Don't worry about it.
There you go.
Which version of Kern is he? Is he the amnesiac Kern? Is he the
He's someone that doesn't know a damn thing.
Huh?
I don't know. Why am I here?
Oh yeah, he's a curse. Oh, House of Mold guy. Oh, you guys are gonna have to help me with the House of Moog on that. All right. And so walk the path in reverse. Oh, you guys are just killing me here. The fun part is I've got to put it all together, and I'm here for it. Okay, copy. And Kirk flips out and into one of those Klingon bastards.
So now I'm gonna step back or jump back rather. But I'm not gonna react yet. And I'm like, oh, another one. What the hell is going on here? I'm starting to question whether that drug made me high or if I'm really seeing this. But I scanned myself again and I'm clearly here.
But yeah, I'm sorry. Kern's still taking it all in. He feels like maybe he'd been away and now he's back.
Why have you brought me here?
You were in my test. My first simulation.
Oh, God. Please let there be battles. Please let there be battles. Please let there be battles.
Ah. Did we cross battlets?
Batlets, swords, tasers. Tasers are from the 20th century of Earth. It wasn't pretty.
Glorious battle, I'm sure.
You taught me well.
It's harsh. Jesus. Now, have you come to teach me?
No. I don't know. I'm here looking for something, for someone, but I need to get back to my crew. I need to find out what here is.
What here is? What do you think it is?
I'm gonna pull out a scanner and say, I think here is an illusion, but I'm here. I exist. And I'm gonna scan. Does he exist?
Scan the what? I'm sorry?
I'm gonna scan him. Does he exist?
Let me see. Highs or low, or not highs or lows. That's so cliche. That's DM Dave, not that one's thing. I need evens or odds.
Odds.
Okay. Kern. Evens or odds.
Evens.
Okay, you're die number 2. Remember what you had, because I don't. So, Ezra, you don't succeed. Kern, however, does. Your scan shows that kind of you no longer exist, but Kern does. It's like you're.
I
It's
don't
like
know
you're
what
slipping.
exists.
It's like you're slipping away. Like maybe he's taken something from you, or
What's happening? Do I still sense that alone feeling?
you do sense that. Yeah. What's happening is the feeling you're coming back with is now less alone and more like wanting to not be alone anymore, and a feeling of like now it's not like just isolate, it's physical isolation, and you're getting a sense of like they're not alone like emotionally or something, they're actually physically isolated and are just kind of starting to realize that maybe they're not alone by choice, that there's something else out there. You reaching in is giving it a sense of there is something out there maybe worth going out for.
Yeah, at this point, I'm realizing I'm on some sort of either spiritual or metaphorical journey, but I don't know how this ends. I'm going to reference Earth's Alice in Wonderland.
Oh God, I haven't read that. Okay, good.
But I feel like I've fallen down the rabbit hole and I don't know where I am. But I do know I have to leave now. I feel like I'm in danger.
I just decided how we're gonna end that one. Can let you.
So I'm panicking.
Well, you're panicking. Actually, you're normally not that kind of person. By the way, I'm going to negate everything you just did about your personality. You'll break, but this went way faster. So it's like you've lost a bit of yourself, and you're kind of getting mixed into this other, with this other entity's awakening panic about being trapped.
Yeah.
It's feeling a little claustrophobic. It's washing over you hard.
Yeah.
So she's got some washing anxiety there, Moog guy. Not Kern. I've given you 42 seconds to figure shit out.
You must journey with me, apart from me, towards me, away from me. How do you want your life to go?
I've always felt like I was so a part of everyone else's thoughts, feelings, and emotions that I never had my own. But I am my own person. I'm Starfleet.
And what does that mean?
It means I need to go save my crew.
Go.
I specifically was told there'd be a Batleth fight.
Maybe later.
I'm gonna go with you literally go and I personally would have said, and he stabs you in the mech left or whatever, and the shock brings you back. But no, you just are standing there with your foot on the ley line now, and a sense of that ley line doesn't bother you anymore, by the way.
Oh, cool.
And it you don't need the well, you're seeing the headset, right? You got the headset thing. It's got it's got the scan ley line, but also there is pretty much your other eye is also seeing the ley line in a different hue. And I'm not gonna like read you the graphics, so to hell with it.
Yeah.
But essentially you're starting to see that. And it is in much more of a it's not quite that little pointy arrow thing that's going throom, 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 but it's close.
But,
it's like there's a thing drawing it to a drawing. It's got more of a drawing you sense than just a glowing line with no purpose other than to be a network.
I'm going to look around as soon as I have my bearings straight. We need to follow these ley lines.
I like the idea that you're saying we to nobody.
I thought, what's her name was helping me go to sleep on the ley line.
Yeah, she did. She zapped your ass, bugged her off in the shuttle.
Shit. I'm going to just start booking it towards either a shuttlecraft so I can follow this ley line. And if there's nothing there, I'm just going to start booking it.
Oh, shuttlecraft's gone. Yeah, that thing dusted off. They said, well, good luck. And then you're standing there in the middle of the field now knowing what you need to do. And that is to follow the team.
It towards wherever the ley line takes me.
Fantastic. What I'm going to do is go back to the other four players. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. And we last left you guys in a very weird situation. So what we're going to do is, Destiny, you've got Ensign Silas Core, and Silas has been taken under the wing of Rogar Thor. And Silas is much more confident now that he's changed his jacket. And if I recall correctly, Nellis has, I think your last words were, Cardassians and paw wraiths give me a headache or something like that. It was something along the lines.
Probably.
Something along the lines of, you may have used a Bajoran swear word that translates to a Bajoran swear word.
There you go.
I'm just setting up the scenes because you guys are in the cave, and then we have the argument. You duck your head around. You saw two Cardassians, two generic Cardassians, plus Temivek. They definitely had the glow eyes. They were definitely had a bit of a fiery aura. Jerry was demanding money, and there were. They were arguing among themselves because it turned out nobody wanted or could possess the pack lead. And they're not sure what to do to him because he also seemed to be resistant to whatever their little... He was certainly more resistant than a Trill to the fire blasts. Or they just really don't have very powerful fire blasts. It's hard to tell. Jerry, what was Jerry's comment about wanting his money and stuff? You wanna get us in the mood, Cameron? Maybe put some.
I don't remember exactly, but
Was
now you must pay. You cannot hurt me. We are strong. Packled's stronger than you. Cardassians with funny eyes. Give me my money. I want slips.
You'll get your slips, and maybe your strips. But we still need you to locate the remaining minerals.
I have walked far. Where are the rest? Don't you know?
Then you are going to walk further, though, aren't you?
I am not dumb. You must give me something. 50% before I walk more. You give me slips and I will go.
okay. So, team, you're hearing this going on. This group getting along just like a bag full of angry cats. And Nellis, you can if you want to, do you want to get a read on the room, or what do you want to do? I think you're the one that's venturing the closest, and you know all the players in some way better than the rest. You can.
I guess I'm going to look at, tactical advantage, because tricorders are going to make too much noise.
Why don't they have a mute button? Yeah.
And if these guys are paw wraiths, they hear that, we're going to have a firefight on our hands, and I don't even think with phaser rifles we would do much to these guys. At least I don't think so. So
FAFO.
I'm going to try and get sort of a lay of the land, I guess.
Okay. You do sense. Let me see. Let's give you some tactical dice rolling, because we have dice. We should use them. What I'd like to do is, how do you want to look at this? How do you want to kind of approach this lay of the land thing? What kind of experience do you want to draw on? This is so that we can kind of pick your discipline and stuff. How do you want to approach the problem? What's Talus think? the little kid.
I have perception as a focus.
Mhm.
Information analysis might also be.
Yep.
Just sort of trying to put together
Okay.
stuff.
Okay. So what I'm going to suggest is that you're you could say, are you flipping toward, because you could approach it instinctively, like a Bajoran who'd been abused and was now confronting legends out of his childhood, or Starfleet officer, and say, we're going to approach this cold and hard. I mean, those are the two ideas I had for two possible ways to approach it, not the only two. But if that kind of thing of, and what you'll do is, you can just decide how you want to, how do you want to analyze the situation, or how do you want to assess it?
Well, if there's any way to combine the two.
Okay, we're going to go with the Captain Kirk third path.
There
you go.
That's right.
All right. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to. Well, you should be security. I don't have your character sheet up, but I don't need it because I shouldn't care. But I'm thinking your security, and I'd like to go with daring.
Daring.
Well, daring
okay.
is kind of your. For me, daring is kind of your more emotional way of doing it, but it's that daring or insight, and then security would be your security training.
Right. Well, I mean, it's only a 1 point difference, so it doesn't matter to me.
Well, but it is more how you as a character, you want your character to think about it.
Then I'll probably go with insight just to make sure I'm covering the bases. And I will spend a momentum to buy an extra D20.
All right. You also do get to use your focus in analysis, because I think that's definitely the thing in my brain. At least I think so, because I mean, you definitely have your focus on it. You're definitely analyzing this. Okay. I don't remember if anyone had any personal momentum or if I was missing anything, so I'm going to knock the group down to 5. So you got 3 dice, and you're rolling with you're rolling with a focus.
Okay, and what was the difficulty?
Let's go with, well, it's always going to be 2. I say that a lot because
okay.
it's like you got a good conversation there.
Okay, well, I have constantly watching. Tell me if this applies here. Attempt a task to detect danger or hidden enemies. Reduce the difficulty by 1. If that's not a thing, then
I'm gonna give it to you. They're not hidden, but we'll pretend they're hidden. It's hard to see them. That's close to hidden. I'm going with that. I walked right into your trap too. Is what happened.
Wraith inside.
Yeah.
And I got myself 3 successes.
You get yourself 3 successes. So what happens is we knock 1 off as the minimum. You have 2 additional successes to use for information spends, or if you decide to make things a little more kinetic. I think that's the magic word everyone uses. If you want to get shooty, you could also use those to set up tactical advantages. So you have options depending on how you learn things. You're seeing that surprisingly, these creatures out of your mythology are confused because they don't have money, and it's becoming very apparent that they don't have money, and they don't know everything they seem to have tried they're getting more and more frustrated because they don't have a way to deal with Jerry, and they've already tried blasting him. So they're really having some trouble dealing with Jerry. Jerry's probably just going to sit there until he's blue in the face. To do this. You also get the sense that these guys are I mean, they have using the phrase, they have a concept of a plan, but it's like you assume these creatures from mythology were the kind of demon devil thing, and you can rewrite some of this as well. I don't want to take away from you guys making up your own stuff. But these creatures were seen as evil, competent, very very much hating everything. But somehow now they're negotiating. They're not, torturing. They're not murdering. So that there's something like they may not be as powerful as they could be or should be. They're different than what you were taught in school. Were taught by your nana.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Or-
So if you got additional questions or want to consult or talk out loud with the rest of the team, that's totally good.
But I was also thinking, don't remember the name of the episode. This woman shows up to a planet, claims she's their god, and then they have this whole trial, and then they find out that no, she was never a god. She's got a spaceship with a tractor beam, and that's causing the earthquakes. She's holographic things.
Yeah.
So maybe these guys are con artists, and they're not really paw wraiths.
Oh, you dink. Okay.
That's one way to go.
I like that.
That's one way to go. So maybe phasers will be useful.
Either way, they're weaker than you remember, and 400, 40,000 kilojoules of energy is going to put a cramp in anybody's style. It would be my a highly coherent Nadion pulse will slow down most creatures in your experience.
Yeah.
So these are, I think you're seeing them as less legendary. Yeah, I definitely think you're seeing them as a less legendary thing and maybe more trickstery.
Okay, I will grab my cohorts in a quick, team huddle as quietly as possible and explain the situation. These could be paw wraiths, but I think they would have incinerated Jerry a long time ago if they were. I don't know. My BS sense is tingling here. I mean, I've never heard of lesser paw wraiths.
Yeah, I agree. When I was on the Odyssey and we lost Felix to the book, I mean, he was just completely turned to ash. So I have a feeling these things either are lacking something, their power is diminished, or they aren't in true paw race. Maybe they're just ah race.
There you go.
They have no puh.
Oh, there is paw. Yeah, that's true. Oh, God.
So I'm just wondering if we should just get phasery with these guys. But then again, I don't know. Not entirely sure how to proceed on this one.
Well, I can tell you that what's his name is not going to be on board with this. Suddenly, I'm just going to say, Dusty, I hope you're listening in.
I am.
Yeah, you can go ahead and talk. Just be the disembodied voice of joy.
Yeah.
You do have people are starting to talk about phasers. There's Silas, so you can weigh in if you want. You do not have a phaser, by the way, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, Silas is like, I don't know, because I don't think he's apt to pull his phaser right now.
Mm-mm.
So
He was happy with the tricorder.
He's very happy with the tricorder right now. Yeah, I'm not sure what he would do right now, to be honest. I think
That's okay. If he doesn't have an opinion, if he's just standing by, that's okay. I was just trying to survey solicit you guys to kind of survey you for what
Yeah, I
what
think right now
Nellis
he's
gets.
just gonna kind of await what's going on because he's not super apt. He used to be super apt to grab a phaser or tactical rock and just go at it, but now he's trying to be more passive, more what's the word I'm looking for? Contemplative.
Yeah, you flip that jacket inside out, and suddenly the world gets a lot more complicated.
Mhm.
Lemuel, what have you got? What do you say to Talus's possible proposal that they may not be all they're cracked up to be when you just burn them down?
I like the idea, but can you remote dial into Jerry's tricorder and get his scan on these guys?
Yeah, I forgot I could do that. I forgot I set that up in the first place.
Yeah, you tapped in.
Son's a bitch. Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty.
Let's. All right.
And if they're fake paw wraiths, maybe there's a power source in this particular cave, and if we blow that up, that'll end their shenanigans.
I'm gonna be so pissed if we Scooby Doo this. I just want to see some rubber masks coming off. That's all you want to do to me.
Mr. Dinkley.
Revu Rex Cardassian.
Don
Mama
Knotts.
Cass.
Mama
Yeah,
Cass.
Don Knotts and Mama Cass.
Yep.
The Harlem Globetrotters. What I need, let's go with, this would be an engineering. Let's go with engineering and control on this. Now I'm basically really looking at your stats and going, okay. Engineering control, it would take two things if you can I think this is an assistable task.
Can I
It
use
doesn't
all my momentum to help him?
You as Ezra could, but you're not there. But Silas can. Silas can. Silas doesn't have personal momentum, but he can chip in a single die roll with his own tricorder, or actually prove himself to the guy that took his phaser away.
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay.
So what'll happen is,
That was-
I'll wait until Steve rolls his, whether he succeeds or not. This is going to be kind of a 3-pointer, partially because you're tapping into a thing and you're doing a little more complicated scan.
Okay. And okay.
And I don't know what you've got for focuses.
Again, it could be either perception or information analysis. That's, I would think.
Let's that'll help you interpret the scan. So yeah, the 3 points is for establish, scan, and interpret. So that'll do it in my opinion.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, so I got. Okay. That is it. Okay, 3 successes.
Okay.
Because I rolled equal to or under the engineering.
Got it. All right. So Silas, what I'm going to do is have you roll a 13 or under on a single 20-sided die.
Okay.
Because we never built you a character sheet. We didn't expect you to live this long.
I succeeded.
All right. So you do add 1 point to that, bring you up to a total of 4 successes, which means you get your base information and then you get an additional momentum question. This is in addition to the 2 other momentum questions you have. So you do have like 3 3 truthful responses to something that would be relatively reasonable to ask. And if you want to spend 2 momentum, it could be unreasonable to ask. We can play fast and loose with this, but either way, you do establish the link. You have scanned. You're seeing. So have you ever seen a scan of a power wraith before?
No, probably not.
But you probably, I mean, given your level of success, there are energy patterns. Well, you can rule out things. Let's go with that.
Okay, let's start
You're
there.
starting there. Yeah, because it's like, I don't know what a power wraith looks like, but I know what a bunch of other things do look like, which is probably why it was a 3. I'm gonna back into a good decision on that one, okay? Give me that. So there's not a projection. There's not a weird subspace field. There doesn't seem to be any force field operating. So it's a bunch of things that would normally project either an illusion or some kind of an effect. So you are dealing with like some form of psychokinetic energy. It's kind of, it's one of those things where the tricorder can and can't pick it up. It can pick up, there is something there that it knows there's something there that it can't analyze cleanly. Also, there seems to be, I mean, there's, when you're busy ruling things out, you also found like traces of some other energy pattern sitting. I just saw Cameron walk off into engineering. That was the creepiest weird thing.
That was funny.
Cameron's just gone off into Cameron's gone to check the warp core. Anyway, but you're seeing like, the one energy pattern that you can identify. It is definitely centered around those characters. But you're also seeing another energy pattern, and it is kind of laced into kind of the walls of the cave, and it's not quite the ley. It's parallel or adjacent to the ley lines, but it's not totally the energy from the ley lines. And they've also got, it's kind of like they're in it. Yeah. So I'll give you that as a base thing, and now you can actually ask questions before I just kind of info dump.
Right.
And you can poll the group or roll dice or throw darts or whatever you need to do.
All right. Well, I'll be showing them all of this. So here's what we're seeing, guys.
So I think this is what we call an urgent conference in a cave. You're all huddled in a cave, whispering.
Cave around a tricorder.
They're all still arguing too, and he says, "I need strips." And they say, "No, you don't." And that is literally the level of debate they're at right now.
Yeah, which is because I don't think power wraiths would.
Yeah, certainly not ones with all their powers. They wouldn't F around with this at all.
They wouldn't negotiate.
Yeah, it's like a Dalek without a gun. Now what do you do?
Since Ragorthar was involved at some level with that book replication thing,
The debacle?
do I recognize whether this stuff that Nels is showing me is consistent with the wraith that was in that guy?
Oh, shit.
That was there in this is going all the way back to the science
lab.
No, 10 episodes ago or something, but Ragorthar did do some analysis on that book and got a mild dressing down by the first officer for running analyses on a replicated book.
Oh yeah, you were
cultural insensitivity or something.
Yeah, I think she called you a tomb raider. I think she called you a grave digger. Yeah. So she well, what you did see, I'm gonna go with it did. If you want to roll for it, I mean, we got a billion points.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna roll.
Yeah, let's go with let's go with reason and science. Those would be your basics, and anything to do with pattern recognition.
Okay. Well, I have comparative anatomy.
Uh,
That's one of my focuses.
not talking about kidneys, man.
Okay. um,
Unless
all right,
unless
so
you just
just
said
straight up, I mean, it's
comparative anatomy Medusan, then I would go for that. But no,
no, I have xenoanthropology as a different
yeah,
focus.
yeah,
But
neither one.
again, I haven't really studied Pa race before, so I don't know anything about their
Well, you know.
anthropology. So I'll just go straight up reason and science. So
Yep.
luckily that's a 16. Just rolling 2. I won't spend momentum.
Oh, you guys have more than enough.
And I've got 2 successes.
Yeah. So you do go. Oh, and you look at the tricorder a couple times. The pattern around the 3 Cardassians is definitely one of, and this is you getting a very close scan from Jerry's Nausicaan tricorder, which is why you didn't necessarily see it with your own scans. You're definitely seeing that pattern is really similar. You know, it's like if you can think of it like a subharmonic. I don't know how music works, but it's essentially like a different octave of the same
harmonic. That would be like a harmonic.
Yeah, it's not necessarily identical, but it is a harmonic of. So you can back him up on the Pa-wraith thing.
I'm gonna techno babble it a little bit to Nels and go, well,
good, please.
Looking at the frequency distribution compared to what I saw in the science lab on board the USS Odyssey, these are similar signatures to the Pa-wraith event there, but they are not identical. They're a harmonic of it, almost like they're related but not the same.
Felix is being a smartass.
So they're not the same. Maybe we're not dealing with Pa-wraiths.
Does your Bajoran religion include any types of like sub-Pa-wraith? I'm thinking of, like, for example, in human religions, there's seraphim and cherubim of the ancient Christianity
demi
cults.
stuff, yeah. That, I guess that would be an interesting thing to just add to the lore and say that, yeah, that's quite possible. Yeah.
These are the raw wraiths or something.
Well, I agree with the demi-pa wraiths. You know, that concept, and that there's probably some name for them equivalent to Nephilim or something.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, Lemuel, while he's flashing this around, I need an engineering and it's memory. So I'm gonna go with engineering and reason. If you wanna look at some of the other scan, because this is sort of like, oh, and I also saw this. So I'm gonna go with engineering and reason if you want to, and anything to do with energy patterns. I forget what your foe size is. Yeah, it's like, oh God, we got to bring our character sheets. That was today.
That was today, yeah.
Yeah, this is basically literally. I know it's not that. It probably seems that way, but I really don't wake up 5 minutes before airtime and go, that was today. You could make it. You could make. Yeah, you could make a case for sensor calibration.
All right. What was it again? It was engineering and.
I'm going with reason because it's something you recall from a journal.
All right.
This is something you don't have. You do not have practical experience with. This is something you learned in a book or something not hands-on, and you have to make some shit up. You technobabble your background, bro.
Oh yeah. So I've got 2 successes.
Absolutely. You only needed one because it's book learning, and I want to see you try and pull another question out of your ass for this. So you recognize
Jesus.
something as this has to do with the extra frequency that Jerry's tricorder picked up. So you recognize that pattern, and it is ridiculously. It's not familiar. It's a fascinating pattern that is it's a musical no, it's not music. Sorry, that would be too stupid. No one would ever build a whole fucking
Climax
season.
around.
Yeah, no one would ever build a whole series, a whole season around a musical tone and then drop it at the end. This one would be it is a pattern. It is a weird, complicated pattern, and it is definitely not. It's not duotronic, and you're going through all the tronics. Why don't you go through a list of tronics just so that I can like run you as a person through a ringer?
Duotronic, tritronic, quadtronic, mesotronic.
I was thinking shit that showed up in the show, but okay, yeah, we can do that. There's isolinear, those kind of all the kinds of processor systems, or maybe electronic brains, for example. But
electronic brains,
or computer systems, or just putting your ass to the test. I'm sorry.
Or transporters.
Yeah, Jim, they're get buried. Might be worth poking into chat.
Hello.
Might be worth poking into chat in not in our chat, but in the stream.
Oh, gotcha.
If you're watching the stream.
Oh, I was.
Hydrocolonic was one of them. Quadrotricolonic.
Is it a positronic?
Yeah, you seem to think, yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. Yeah, there's a positronic indication to these readings. Polyphonic, positronic.
Positronic. I'm detecting Sungisms.
Yeah, you don't really say that, for God's sakes. Please don't say that. Everyone looks at you and says, God damn it, we can't afford Brent Spiner. Quick, everyone check his IMDb, see if he's here.
Yeah.
See if he's got see if he's on our show. But you do recognize something that you read about it. Where would you have even read about this? Because that was seen as a crackpot thing.
Yeah, but we have an android that...
Oh, shit, you do, don't you? Oh, crap, I forgot. He's not a crank. He actually made things.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
So I'm going to say I was reading... The hell's his name? Bruce Maddox's papers.
Maddox's book.
Yeah. And that's where I recognize it from.
Yeah, it's the one that got away, a memoir.
Nice.
He's still not a great guy. But anyway, but yeah, you're reading some of the and I'm going to say that is probably like an engineering 4 or 5. It's like one of those journals that's kind of like, we're not spreading around how data works.
Yeah.
But that's kind of your security clearance / engineering clearance.
Right.
Would probably be that. But yeah, so that's the that's my way of walling it off from common knowledge. If you guys needed to, say, I'm just gonna womp me up a positronic android. So you do have like indications of some kind of matrix like that in the wall. And knowing these things, does this give you any other questions? Does Talus have any kind of questions they want to start forming at this point? Because you've got additional pieces of information. You still have the scanner and points to ask questions.
So there's a positronic signal coming out of one of the walls. Interesting.
Yeah, or out of like out of the kind of the ley line things. So the walls have kind of that vague lattice. That they have a lattice. It's not as it's not just a big pipe. It's sort of like it's more of capillaries, if that makes sense. So yeah, but that lattice is lit up, so it's not just a wall. It's kind of the whole environment around you and around them.
And they're okay. So I'm also guessing that they're connected to the positronic signal.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh, the ley lines? Yeah. I mean, the ley lines are containing that positronic signal.
Well, no, I was
Oh.
wondering if the three Cardassians are tapped into that.
Can I count that as one of your genie wishes?
Yeah, I guess we have the momentum spend.
I mean, you got 3 freebies right off the bat, so you've got 3 for free. So yeah, it is. Yeah, they aren't. Well, they're not tapped into it so much as it's buzzing them up, actually. Like it is actually interfering with them.
Okay, that's weird.
Like, they aren't as powerful as they should be. And this looks like, whatever their energy signature is, it's at a different variance, and that variance is kind of close to the positronic field.
Right. So
it's a pseudo Faraday cage for these guys.
Like if you put too much air in a balloon.
The hell did that come from? What?
Just wondering.
You can wonder out loud if you want.
Well, I was thinking shoot the lattice, but that might make our problems worse. Because if it's a Faraday cage for these guys, without it, they could definitely burn down Jerry and definitely force feed us our own shoes. Don't I don't play with full power wraiths.
I wonder if we can amp it up. If we have a way of calibrating the tricorders with it to enhance the field and weaken them enough that we can stun them.
To increase okay. Now there's a theory I can get behind. That would be okay.
Yeah, I mean, if they're possessing real Cardassians and we totally cage their abilities, then we just shoot the Cardassians and they're stunned. Then they have no conscious body to inhabit.
Dude, I'm up for shooting Cardassians.
You have yet to see a downside to this plan, don't you?
So far, I'm loving it when this plan comes together.
Okay. Did you guys? All right. So you got 2 more question spends. If you want to use them or if you want to bank the momentum, it's up to you. Either way, I'm ending this on a cliffhanger, so don't worry about whatever you know.
Yeah. Well, I would turn it over to Jim's character, who's more of an engineering guy than my character, on how would we increase the positronic signal.
So we're gonna can we pass the question? Can we pass the question the points over around at that point?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to double check. Yeah. So if you have questions about your new task, because it is Jerry's still scanned everything. You're working off his scan.
Right.
So if we can boost that positronic signal to be stronger than the signal of the power wraiths, but then that would be just like putting a lid on the cage.
I thought for sure you were going to go for the balloon, making that balloon metaphor work, but okay.
No, I thought of it better. I had a Philip J. Fry moment and just blurted out the first Star Trek analogy to pop into my head.
Oh, like green lime balloons, if I remember right, was one of them.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you have is there a question anywhere in there where I can do a momentum spend? Like, so you think, will this work is kind of your question, right? Can we amp up? Can we amp up can we even amp up the field? And the answer is, yeah, you're going to need to use probably one phaser, which I think you have a spare that you kept away.
Yeah, we do.
You got a spare phaser.
Silas. Hey, Silas, give us your phaser.
Oh, no, he doesn't have that phaser.
Oh, he didn't even take it.
No, I have Silas's phaser.
Yeah,
you do.
You've got,
Oh, yeah, that's
took
right.
it.
Somebody had.
Oh, I definitely kept track of where Silas's phaser was. Because it's too funny not to keep track of where Barney Fife keeps his bullet.
Yeah.
So Silas doesn't have a phaser. You have a phaser. If you want to just kind of turn it over to Lemuel and let him go at it, you're gonna kind of use your not burn off, but occupy a tricorder with this. There might be some scans where you have to kind of pick a spot to hook in to the positronic network. So what
yes.
I'm going to look at, all right, here's our, going to go over here. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And we're going to make a task list because I love this. Okay. And this is going to be, where's my Philly fill? There's my Philly. Boop. Gradient. All right. And we're just going to make it that color. Okay. So you're going to need to find a good junction.
Yeah, so Lemuel's going to be scanning the lattice, trying to find if there's like a node that looks like it's kind of like a little central point.
Okay, so those are the tasks as I see it is find a good spot, hook up the phaser, tricorder thing, your jury rig, and then press the button, Frank. Would be those are my steps, my easy steps to power wraith and because you don't have a ghost trap like no one has a proton pack handy.
No.
Yeah. So anyone can actually find a good spot. You can the task doesn't have to be completed in sequence. The locating a spot and creating the device are two separate tasks that can be managed. And then it finally is getting all set and taking advantage of the disruption.
Lemuel, if you put together the phaser tricorder combo, I'll use my sedimentology skills to find a place where the positronic signal is enhanced by the crystalline lattice of the materials.
You use whatever BMX-based tactics that you feel are appropriate. Well, I summon a horde of angels.
Power of sedimentology.
Yes, the power of sedimentology. Which
the power of sedimentology compels
I fucking made a cave, and we have a geologist, so we're doing this.
So I'm taking my tricorder and scanning the different crystals that make up the materials here and see if there's any that have a resonance frequency to the positronic signal.
Yep.
That was my As my technobabble.
Okay, so you're going to begin scanning. You're going to have to use a kind of high power scan because you're going to have to send out a pulse to kind of get the crystal to ring a little bit more than a normal scan. It's one of those things of, keep the scan below 500 millicochrons or whatever the fuck it was that we heard once and only once in the entire show, the entire series, to be honest. But yeah, so you're going to have to use a little higher power than normal on the tricorder. Surprisingly, it doesn't make it louder, so that's good.
I'll kind of walk back just a little bit, like,
okay,
because if I recall, there were some twists and turns in this passage, so I'm going to kind of go around to help mask the sound.
Okay,
and see if I can find some material, and then once I recognize that material, I can come back into the room and say, "Put the phaser try here."
Okay,
the tricore phaser.
You're gonna try.
Phaser.
I think Jim gets.
That's my new
I think Jim.
term.
No, I think Jim gets to name it. I'm sorry.
No, that sounds fine.
No, I like the idea that you're going to demand. No, I still like my idea better. My name better. I call it the phase order.
Phase quarter.
Yeah, phase quarter. Nope. I like the idea.
I like that better.
I like the idea of fight about it. But yeah, go ahead for your Kim. It's gonna take you about 5 minutes to locate that.
Okay.
It's gonna come down to a probably a control science because it's fiddly work.
Yeah,
it's probably going to be I'm going to go with it's a couple points because you're creating an advantage booby trap. Destiny, you're still around audibly, right?
Yes.
We haven't fallen asleep. I'm so sorry we kind of nudged you out here.
No worries. I've been paying attention.
All right. You're Azara, you come to the cave entrance while they're doing their business. Okay, and you can see the map, I know that. So I'm putting you here. Keep Zara. There she is, there. And you come to kind of the entrance to the cave, and you can see things going into it. You will probably kind of need to use your tricorder to find out kind of where your team is. Mm-hmm. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And then one of the three ghosts of Christmas comes to you. I'm going to force it to be Captain Kirk. Because Steve isn't getting any FaceTime yet. So Captain Kirk is going to climb a mountain. Sorry, that's like an inside joke from Cookie Trek.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Fall on Your Sword song. As you get closer, you're actually getting kind of waking visions of these guys. They're now walking around in your environment as hallucinations or visions or just freaking solid people because it's easier to just plop the actor there.
I feel like in whatever year this is, I should be able to tell with a tricorder if I'm experiencing hallucinations or a spiritual thing. Does that make sense?
Yep. It does make sense. What I'm going to do is your limbic pathways are lit up. It indicates you are feeling like it's an audible, it's a hallucination. Your tricorder says there's nothing there, but your scan on yourself says, yeah, it's all in your head. Is that what you're thinking about?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, is it spiritual or is it like mental health? Like, oh shoot, the drugs are a little too strong right now.
No, this is not like any other time you microdosed on triticale, on ergot on triticale. You're experiencing the visual, not hallucination, but you're experiencing an audible invisible thing that's manifesting in your brain. But you're also you're empathic. I think you're empathic, right? Or
yeah.
You're telepathic. You're empathic.
Or no, I'm telepathic.
Telepathic? Okay, you're also feeling that as a telepathic presence, but it's not localized around the body that you're seeing. But it is localized along the cave and the cave wall and the ley line. So the telepathic presence is coming out of that cave wall, or the cave that you're starting to go into.
Mhm.
And you're kind of seeing that as you go into the cave, that long, straight, kind of 1 meter strip of mineral has it isn't, it's no longer a strip. It's kind of spread throughout the cave like a capillaries or a network or a lattice. So it's kind of all around the cave. So you're experiencing it, and it's more cohesive here. It's more focused. It's more what would it be called? Yeah, it's just more coherent and conscious. And it can talk to you if it wants. It may have things you may want to talk to it, or I don't know if you're ignoring it or what.
I think
So
I'm going to use call a friend. Use my communicator and hey, I know there's some team in the cave. I need someone to come out of the cave.
okay, who are you trying to contact? Or any team?
Any
Steve, you're.
available person.
I'm gonna have it go to Talus. If you're not gonna talk to Captain Kirk, you're still talking to Steve. Okay, you still got to talk to Steve.
Tell us here.
I'm outside the cave. I found a way to connect to the ley lines, and I don't know how to say this, but Captain Kirk is right in front of me.
Okay. We'll send us a signal or something so you can follow. And then I want to know, how old is the bottle of Saurian brandy you've been drinking? Just so I can see Captain Kirk too.
You don't understand. It's part of the ley lines.
I believe you. Combat humor, not my strongest suit.
Noted. I remember this from the academy now.
All right. Let's see if we can send. Because there was a cave in, so it might not be so easy to.
It was it was stuff you had to clamber over. If I'm remember, I mean it didn't completely block the cave. Well,
Right.
yeah, I did have it fall behind you. So, well, we'll just see what happens. Let's go highs or lows. Let's go evens or odds, people.
Evens.
Yeah, evens. Okay, you're down with it. I want evens.
On evens.
Yeah, I want evens. Okay, so what I'm going to do is have you come down. So Kirk is like following along with her, and I think I put some of the statements into the Skype chat for you, Steve, if you wanted to look at what Captain Kirk is feeling. Let's talk about Kirk's feelings for a minute.
Yes, let's talk about Kirk's feelings.
And we'll see how messed up the
Oh no, I'm frozen.
odds.
There we go.
Too bad. It's odds. A lot of that. There's some rockfall. That's where the little X is, the little X-Man X is. There's a significant rockfall there that you're kind of blocked by a bit, but you're not affected by touching the rock or the lattice or anything. But it is kind of blockaded.
In my way. So I'm going to use my communicator again. There seems to be a blockage here. I sense something is wrong. Something is very wrong here.
You should be able to get past the blockage if you. Just wondering if using your phaser is the brightest idea, but you should be able to move some of it out of your way by hand. I don't think it's super heavy.
I want someone to give Loafback Zip some points. So go ahead, yeah.
I will start doing that. And as I do that, I'm going to jokingly say, maybe Captain Kirk here can help me. And then kind of look towards the hallucination and acknowledge it for the first time. What is happening?
I'm not entirely sure. Or whatever's going on here, it's unpleasant for me.
I'm gonna say, Kirk, you feel like somebody is. It's like, well, you've had a mind meld before. It feels like a mind meld that is more being done with toothpicks than gentle wet noodles, like when Spock touches your brain. I'm making my own
So-
canon up, people.
It's a very invasive scanning of me.
And it's not me.
Well, I think you would be more respectful of me. Whatever this is, it's not.
Cameron.
I'm gonna
Sorry. Go ahead.
Scan him again. I already know it's a hallucination. Because I was gonna use the physical help, but it's a hallucination. I can't do that. Never mind.
You could have him recite the Mokto chant of strength or something. Given out some. But no, you've Captain Kirk. Well, he might be able to tell you kind of where to dig, or provide inspiration, or
That's
urge you.
true. So
He has been known to inspire people.
Is there another way in this tunnel that you're connected to the ley lines? Is there another secret entrance to this tunnel that I could possibly fit through?
Oh, damn! I like that.
yeah, I will scan for that, or whatever it is I need to do.
Yeah. I think I've just decided. Yeah, we're gonna pretend that if you go, what was the phrase? You have to go forward to go back. Somebody threw that one in.
Yes.
So basically that's the block. So you do have to just kind of go around back. And then there is a tiny tunnel here in the classic Star Trek way. Whoa, that's a fat tunnel. We need to make sure that everybody is claustrophobic. And I hope you're not having a problem with that. There you go. So there is a tinier tunnel further back that's more hidden that actually Kirk knows about and it can lead you to.
That's the route we're
This
going.
way.
Is that the route we're going?
That's the route we're going.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, you do manage to go back out and around. I didn't need a thing from Kirk as long as you just came up with there's a way around it, trust me.
Yep.
Cameron, while you're scanning, I need you to roll. I always know what time alone. Yeah, let's not have that happen. Go ahead and start your scan, please. Or yeah, you've got a 3-pointer for the scan and
Control and control and science.
control and
right?
science. And your complication range is 18, 19, 20.
Okay.
'Cause-
And I'm using my sedimentology focus.
Of course you are.
All right, a 4 and a 5, 2 successes.
Damn it. All right. I'm assuming that those are both critical.
Let's see, my science is 5, so
Yeah,
they're
that's
both
4
critical
points.
successes.
Okay. You have a
Four
you have
successes.
a spare point that you can either use to maybe make Lemuel's job easier, or make it extra fancy. So you can basically drop the difficulty of Lemuel's task if you choose to, or you can
Yeah, I'll look at the scan and go, oh, that's a good frequency for the phaser to be set on. Medium stun 3.
Okay. And then Lemuel, while you're doing that, I want to have you need some engineering. You're womping something up. So you can how do you want to womp it up? You want to be really fancy, really refined and controlled about this, or are you just in a slapdash hurry?
No, it's control. He's got the little tiny flap open on the phaser, and somehow his regular sized fingers are working those little tiny whatever is in there.
Whatever. Okay.
You just see them, they go brrrr.
Yep. So what I need is the control and engineering then. Let me see. It's not a ship propulsion system, I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Sensor calibration, I go with it being some kind of calibration, so I will be willing to give you that. Or not willing to, but I would suggest that is okay.
All right, that's what
I don't know
we'll
what
go for
Resolute
then.
does. Does Resolute or technical expertise come into play at all?
I should probably know.
I should probably have known too, because I made a comment. Oh, you're unwilling to succumb to adversity. We can all use that.
Yeah. No, technical expertise is with the ship's computers or sensors.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, go ahead. That was a 3. Now it's a 2. So it's gonna be a walk in the park for you to juice this baby up.
Oh, fingers crossed. Where the hell did my light go?
I don't know.
Is.
Hey Ezra, I need a fitness and what used to be fitness and daring, but let's go with fitness and security out of you. The tunnel got a bit tight. You need a one success.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. You rolled 2 dice, right?
Yeah, I got a 6 and a 9. Oh wait,
Oh,
that's
man.
bad in this game.
No, low is good. Lows
that's
are good.
Low is
Yeah,
good.
lows are
Oh, it's
good.
good. Okay.
6 and 9 is always good for a joke too. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
So you have a spare
Nice.
You have a spare momentum that you can kind of bank, because I don't know if there's anything you can do to go extra. You probably go extra fast through the tunnel if you felt like it. Because you came to a narrow point and you just kind of shot right through it. So I'm going to use that to just say, hey, it's a little faster. Up you go. So you're coming out the other side of this. You pop out through the tunnel. Captain Kirk is standing there waiting for you, because I don't know if did Captain Kirk crawl through with her, Steve? What did he do while she was hallucinating?
No, he would. He'd be a bit of a dick and just show up on the other side.
Okay.
And check a watch that he doesn't have. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
You've been.
Yeah. Hurry. And also you are.
Looks at his Apple Watch communicator.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with, and hopefully you guys are registering how these events are really working. You're also feeling the pain inside the pain inside your skull, whatever it is, actually is much sharper now. And this is, of course, I forget, Jim. Now you've what's your die roll look like now?
A 2 and a 5, so that's 3 successes.
All right, you've latched it up. I believe, was it 2 successes you needed? You have a spare. If you want to juice it up even higher to make it an extra good cage.
Yeah, it's super good. It's the best cage
so
ever.
you've turned the power up on the even beyond what you expected to use, right?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely stabbing pain in Kirk's head. So we're going with that. Nellis, while the brain boxes are doing their crap, Jerry, at what point do the negotiations break down, and what does Jerry have a spare weapon, do you think? Or does he decide maybe he's gonna use the tricorder and be a dick? Because we were talking about whether or not he could actually improvise by just being stupid.
Yeah, he might try to scan them for latinum and see if they actually have his money on them, because they're acting. He's frustrated now. He's like, "You won't give me money," and then he looks down at his tricorder. and tries to be Pac-Led sneaky about the fact that he's scanning for latinum.
Okay.
You don't have money. I don't think you do. It was all a trick.
Okay.
You think Pac-Leds are weak.
How do I use momentum against myself? Okay, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this against myself. I'm gonna spend a threat. I'm gonna spend 2 threat because why not? Yeah, I'm gonna have the NPCs attack each other. Jerry fat fingers that tricorder, and sets up a resonance pulse of his own that just f's over the Cardassians, or the starts trying to f over the what's it called? The power wraiths themselves. So what he's done is his scan beam has kind of latched on to, I don't know, let's say Cardassian 7 for the moment. And it does set up kind of it sets up some kind of a connection between it and him. And it starts trying to kind of draw it into the tricorder. If that makes sense. Sort of like I guess he's sort of like, poked his tricorder in an electrical socket, and now he's going to learn about things in a hard way.
Oh dear.
So whatever he did actually kind of maybe freed up the power wraith from positronic interference.
Son of a bitch.
Steve, Talos, you're watching this while they're doing stuff. Anything you want to do while you're watching Jerry begin to get fried?
Could I deactivate whatever he just did on his tricorder?
Yep, you can give it a shot. You want to stab some buttons?
Stab some buttons. I'll do that.
It's that or shoot. I'll take either solution. I was promised mechleths, but nobody has made me happy. So it's good old fashioned control and security. Difficulty 2 because you're shoot. It is sorry. It is engineering and control because you're doing tricorders. I really wanted you to shoot, and I'd already lined up that saving throw. That's why I was doing it.
All right. Well, here we go. 2 successes.
Okay. You do manage to shut down Jerry's tricorder. Jerry, you are getting wailed on by the Cardassian, and that thing is super excited to just be giving Jerry the business. So Jerry, every orifice Jerry has is being invaded by flame at the moment. You can react on that if you want.
But I presume that it's not as powerful as it would have been if I left.
This is while you were doing the fix. Jerry was starting.
Okay.
Yeah, this is before you were able to knock it off. I want the comic. I want the comedy. Sorry.
Okay.
I want
So he's running around on fire, and then it stops.
Yeah, and then it stops.
Oh, you were strong.
Okay, and the fire subsides. The Cardi 7 definitely says something that if I can set my voice for it. Oh,
I am free.
and that happens for about a second. As he says, he's getting shut down. And he says, "There's someone here. Something has freed me. We've got to find out what it is." They're going to start trying to leave the cave now. Jerry, I'm going to throw you as incapacitated. On the ground after the plasma incident. They're coming out. What I'm going to do is say, Lemuel, are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, and just around the corner
Right.
comes Ezra. with a Captain Kirk who has got a massive headache. And Steve, you can just play Captain Kirk in whatever way you want. Possibly just
My
annoying
head
Ezra.
hurts.
My head hurts. Oh God.
Pain.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
I'm in
Captain Kirk doubling over.
I'm envisioning Spock's brain level acting at this point. Where he's like doubled over. And
You've got to stop them.
The bringers of pain and delight.
yeah, oh God. I do like that. Could you do that again, Steve? Because I want to clip that.
Which one?
You've got to stop them. That was just perfect.
You've got to stop them.
Okay. Ezra, what do you want to do with that? Azara?
I'm pulling my phaser and looking at Talus and like kind of looking for what the hell is
Lemuel's right in front of you, by the way.
the mule's in front of me.
He's got a phaser pointed at the wall.
So I'm going to aim my phaser. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm ready.
Okay. And then what'll happen is we have a close up on Talus like we do for every series finale, and he's about to give a command and we don't know what it is.
Works for me.
'Cause you're seeing Ezra say something about stop, I hope. I was hoping that was it, but tough shit. We're gonna end this the way I want it. And then you got Lemuel about to like cut all hell loose, and the power wraiths are coming. And we cut. I think. Does that work?
That
That
works.
Yeah.
works.
Beautifully.
Damn. It works especially when you guys decided to do oh look, we almost took care of all of the code. How funny. Okay. Hey folks, thanks again. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick your brains. We ran a little long. I appreciate everybody enjoying themselves, I hope. And I'm gonna kinda go down in order. Wishes, hopes, fears for either your character, yourself, for next time. Destiny, do you have anything that you want or don't want to happen, or you think would be interesting?
I don't want to kill the pirates and then all of us end up stuck on that Cardassian warship where we can't get out because yeah.
Okay, wait. Oh, you're thinking about being trapped on the station?
Yeah.
Oh God. Maybe you never left the station.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Don't Get Trapped on Terek Nor, which sounds like a country and western song. Jim, what do you think it happens? Because yeah, you can obviously bring in anything from left field.
Well, I still think that somebody's gonna get possessed.
Okay. You're
But-
just gonna stick yeah.
I think, or I would like to see some good old fashioned Captain Kirk torn shirt fist fight, boxing him in the ears, all that stuff.
Captain Kirk in a fistful.
Captain Kirk in a fist fight with a Cardassian.
Okay. And since Steve, you got to make that happen. Or maybe not. What are your hopes, dreams, and fears?
Well, right now I don't care about the kid being another Sung android because I don't think that's it. Although I do like Jerry.
Oh no, that's okay. What? Go ahead.
I was gonna say keep Jerry as some sort of augment Doolittle something or other. I don't know.
Okay.
Just trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, my fair pack led. Yeah. Yeah. Just trying to think if there's anything else.
Well, I mean, you got pack leads to play, you got paw wraiths to play with, you've got a cave. There's a whole Bajoran rescue thing going on. Are these the only 3 paw wraiths?
Well, yeah, I guess I want us to contain those paw wraiths.
Okay.
Maybe on some sort of permanent level. I don't know. Yeah, ghost trap 'em.
Ghost traps. Okay, and then Cam, what are your? I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna remove the Presbyterians.
I'm actually on board with the Jerry thing, but I want him to be uplifted by his feedback with the one paw race, so he becomes a paw cled.
Oh, God.
Oh,
He's like an amalgam. He's the first uplifted pack led, and he calls himself a paw cled.
Okay, I'm gonna get 2 threat for that because the pun is just so egregious.
Oh, it is hideous.
It is a hideous pun. It is perfect, but it does reward it. It does deserve its own punishment just as much as it's your own reward. If that or anything else happens, you're gonna have to tune in 2 weeks' time for that